Peer support is one of our key services and really makes use of people's life experiences to help other people through what they're experiencing as a difficult time in their life. Lakes Region Mental Health Center is a recovery-friendly workforce. We understand that people have had difficult times, and we make the most of giving people second chances and having them utilize their experience to strengthen themselves as well as others. That's what peer support is all about, really.
So a lot of people have questions about what peer support is. Peer support is a wide range of different services that are offered. We have different peer supports within the company, including outpatient, community care. The advantage of being a peer support is that you can travel, meet them in the community, meet them at their house. You can meet them anywhere that is comfortable for them. And that, as opposed to doing a telehealth or having to make them come into the office, can actually relieve a lot of stress or anxiety, especially if it's someone who has a little trouble getting out, or someone who has trouble with transportation is another thing that peer support's able to help and really bring them. We see different therapists, different clinicians, different med providers. And with that being said, although a lot of them have a lot of what we call learned experience, so they've learned a lot from their training and getting their masters. I like to say peer supports have a lived experience record. And why that's so important is simply just because when you're someone that's gone through something and you can compare it and actually be able to touch base with someone who's gone through the same things, we are there as their equals.
Something that actually helps is the fact that I used to be a veteran, or I am a veteran. I was in the U.S. Army, and you meet all kinds of walks of life. And I was in leadership positions, so you get to know your people very well. And I find that that helps me in the position I now hold, because they're all walks of life. We meet them where they're at. Before you even begin having a peer-to-peer relationship, you have to develop trust. I had this one peer that wanted nothing to do with me, wasn't interested, didn't like people.
Mm-hmm.
So I introduced myself. I tried to explain what peer support was and what that meant for her and me, and she wanted nothing to do with it. So I was persistent, not obnoxious, but persistent. So after that,
that trust building starts.
Yeah, now she talks to me about anything personal. She's so comfortable with me, and she'll ask me questions, and I feel comfortable answering them. I noticed a very big confidence change, and less isolation. When I go see her, she makes coffee for us and we sit and talk. She just got her SSI, and she's excited about that. And instead of staff just looking for her to find an apartment, she's actually doing it on her own, which is awesome. She's advocating for herself.
And that's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't know, but it's very hard to advocate for oneself, especially when you're struggling with mental health. It allows you to open up in a different level, knowing that someone's been through, the same thing you have, or very similar. And I know I probably have said it a bunch of times, but it's the most important thing is learning that you're not alone and there's hope out there.